Hi, my name is Carmen Robles, and I was the manager of the Trident restaurant in Sausalito, 1963. Actually, I was Lou Ganapolo's assistant, and the Kingston Trio owned the restaurant at the time. So we had lots of wonderful entertainment, and famous entertainment, actually. The Brazil 66 was brought in at that time at the Trident, and I knew all the trio. They used to hang out there all the time. They never performed, but they were there all the time. So we had Frank Werber was a very special guy, their manager. He was an extremely talented person, and he brought in some of the best talent in this area at that time. And I still have met many people through the years in Hollywood and all over in New York that all remarked on what a fabulous place that was at the time. A lot of people that did commercials and films used to come there and hang out. But I mean, famous people were there all the time. Janis Joplin was there a lot. She used to walk in and everybody, I mean, dropped because she had such presence. She was such a big gal, and she was so secure within herself that it was really awesome to see the people that came in and out of there. I'll never forget that time. It was in the 60s, and things were really cooking in Sausalito. Nick Reynolds was also a special friend of mine. At the time he was ready to retire, he said to me one day, he says, "Oh, Carmen, I just want to go someplace where nobody is." He said, "I don't want to see or talk to anyone for the rest of my life." And I said, "Nick, I know where there's a place like that. I just got back from vacation." So he said, "Where?" And I arranged it. I introduced him to this fellow, Peter Linehan, that owned the property. And that's where Nick Reynolds spent many years of his retirement there. But as far as the performance of the trio, I saw them many times, and they were always fabulous. At that time, it was the group, you know. They were so tight and talented, and so we enjoyed them all. Enrico Vanducci was friends of theirs. I saw him not too long ago before he died, and he says, "Oh my God, Carmen, what about all those wonderful days at the Trident and all that talent?" And Mort Saul was around. I mean, he played at the Purple Onion too. So it was an era that many people will never ever forget. We had a great time, and all the guys were great, all talented, all. I could tell you lots of stories about Bob Shane and all those crazy days, because he was a fun guy. Everyone knew Bob. And Jon Stewart was a lovely person. He was very grounded and really a fine person. I recognized it when I first met him. But anyway, it was a great time, and I've had people from everywhere in the world ask me about it. When recently I went to a party up on the hill in Sausalito. There's a lady that has these parties, and everyone had to introduce themselves. She invited everybody, and they were supposed to wear their, instead of name tag, their address tag. So, and then you stand up and introduce yourself. And I stood up and I said, "Well, I'm Carmen Robles. I've lived in Sausalito many years, and I used to work at the Trident restaurant as a manager." Well, they all fainted. They wanted to know about Nick and about John and about Bob and everybody, you know. So we had a lot of fun, but it just showed me how many people still remember that time and that era and those people, and they were all wonderful. I don't know what more I can say to you except you should have been there, you know. You really should have been there.